Four teenagers have pulled off an incredible ocean rescue, saving a young boy and his grandma during an after-school surfing trip in Adelaide. Here they are. Look at this scene. Rescuers Kai Nixon and Louis Kempster join us now live from West Beach. Good morning, you two legends. How are you doing this morning, all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good on you, Kai. Tell us what happened and when you realised something wasn't quite right and someone was in trouble, buddy.
Well, I came down surfing here after school and just like I usually do, see like the really distressed grandma on the shore. I paddle in, go have a chat to her, and she was just really freaking out. She was saying, my grandson, he's just drowning, like I don't know what to do. So I said, I will help, and I paddled out, put him on the board, and then put him onto the rocks, because at that point, like the swell was really big, and like I had no like chance of getting him in. And then at that point, Louis realised that something was wrong, so he ran down the rocks and pulled the boy up.
Oh, Kai, there's so much detail there, and you must have been acting so quickly. What was it like when you got to the boy? Just talk me through all of that.
When I got to the boy, I do surf life saving, so I was kind of know what to do, just not to freak out, to put the board to him so he doesn't pull you under. But he was really distressed, so I just tell him to stay calm, that I'm helping him, and that he's okay. And once he got up, it was...
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, once he got up, it was a good feeling, because then he knew he saved him.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
14 years of age, and you're doing all that. Where did you learn this stuff? I mean, you're so calm.
Well, I go to West Beach Surf Life Saving Club, so I learnt most of it from there.
Yeah.
And just TV shows, really.
Oh, Bondi Rescue fan, no doubt. Look, Louis, for you, yeah, good on you, mate. Thank you. The cutbacks here. Louis, what was it like from your vantage point? What did you see?
So basically I caught the last wave in, and then I saw the grandma freaking out. I didn't think much of it until I walked up to the car and we were about to leave. And at this point, I also didn't really know Kai and his mates that well. We'd kind of just met at the beach that day.
Wow.
Like unplanned.
Yeah.
So when I was at the car with my other mate, I noticed that the boy was on the rocks and he was screaming and super frantic. So I thought, if I can run around, you know, and grab him from the land side of the rocks, then I should be able to pull him to safety. Yeah.
And how was he when you got him onto the rocks?
He was just super frantic. He was, yeah, really worked up. He was all scratched all over his stomach because the waves were hitting him up against the rocks. So, yeah, I felt pretty bad for him. But, yeah, he was, I was just happy that he was safe and out of the water.
All right, and just hand that back like you're handing over the baton in the 100-metre sprint at the Olympics in LA. There you go. You guys are great. Just to finish off with Kai, how was the grandmother? I mean, she was obviously, you know, pretty nervous and frantic. How was she in the end?
The grandma was already distressed when the boy was out there, like, drowning. And when she got to the rocks, like, when he got to the rocks, she just took it into her own hands and she decided to swim out there herself. And so at that point, there was a massive, like, swell. The tide was ripping and there was a big rip, and it ripped her straight out to sea in, like, what, 5 minutes? And she was out there. And so then they had another problem, was we got the boy out, and we didn't realise the grandma had gone out there herself until Louis and his mates realised that you could see a head bobbing out there. So then there was another problem. We had to call the ambos, and then the boys had to get a surfboard and put it behind her. But Louis knows the story a bit more.
All right, well, I'm loath to get in the way of this story. Is it all right if you hold, Sarah? I know we've got Katie Gallagher coming up. Okay, we can hold. All right, go quickly, my friend.
Yeah, so basically I yelled out to a mate, grab a surfboard because we got to do something here. I just saw her head bobbing up and down and she could barely swim. So we kind of sprinted down the rocks as fast as we could, trying to stay safe ourselves as well, because the waves were big enough to actually crash and hit us. And then it wasn't until she got all the way around to the back of the rocks that we managed to pull her in using the surfboard, and she was pretty safe at that point with 4 people lifting her up onto the rocks.
Hey,
so,
job well done. Round of applause for these 2 young heroes. You're bloody heroes, you little legends. Thank you, boys. Job well done. Look at the smiles. Terrific story.
That is amazing. The future is in safe hands with boys like that, I reckon. Absolute legends. Let's give them some bravery awards. Thank you, Carl.